Most Venerable Bogada Silavimala Nayakatero, Most Venerable members of the Mahasangha, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear children, first and foremost, let me begin by expressing how grateful I am for your invitation to be amongst you as you celebrate Rahula Dhamma Day today. As you invite me here, I did contemplate a little on what I should say, and it struck me that I had two options. One was to stick to my role and identity that I have been given in this country as diplomat, acting high commissioner and so on, and say the usual niceties, which after 4 hours I'm sure you would find very boring. The second option is to stretch the boundaries a bit and speak to you as a fellow Buddhist and reflect a little on what it is to be a Buddhist and also for the children to attend a Dhamma school like this. I'm sure, especially for the children, this would be much more useful. So with the permission of the Venerable Bogada Silvan Latero, let me reflect a little. Dear children, do you know how lucky you are? You have put together a magnificent performance today. You have done very well and exceeded, I think, most of our expectations. I never expected to see such great acting, such great music, choreography, but it happened today. Children, you are also very lucky to be exposed to this great teaching and Sri Lankan values that go with it. This teaching is of a great man who attained the highest status that a man could achieve. You are lucky, I am sure you have come across in your studies Buddha's exposition of how rare it is to be born a human being. So you are lucky for the fact that you were born a human being. You are lucky that you were exposed to this teaching. But there are those who are exposed to this teaching who cannot understand this teaching. You are lucky in 3 ways. The percentage of Buddhists in this world is just 6%. When it comes to Theravada Buddhists, it is just 2% of the world population. So you can imagine how lucky you are to be exposed to this great teaching. But then the question arises, what is so special about the Buddha and his teaching? Imagine if you compare all other religions, Christianity, Islam, Sikhism, Jewish religion, Hinduism, they all have as their ultimate aim an eternal life in a heaven or with God. They have as their ultimate aim an eternal life. But we Buddhists try not to be born. That is a very fundamental distinction between Buddhists and any other religion. And this distinction came about in India in a tradition called the Shramana tradition. Now, aspects of this tradition are becoming very popular in the West. Yoga emanated from this tradition. Jainism emanated from this tradition. And so did Buddhism. And what they did was not just to believe, but they strode forth to find or realize the ultimate truths of life by turning inwards, by a process of meditation, by reflecting and calming both the physical body and the mental body. We call it Rupa and we call it Nama. By realizing this ultimate truth, Lord Buddha realized the ultimate technology in this planet. Sometimes we don't understand it. The ultimate technology is our body, our physical and mental body. This is the technology that made all other technologies possible. Sometimes we are too engrossed in the iPhone or the iPad, we miss the eye. So by understanding this process from its beginning to its ultimate, the Buddha understood this technology, which unfortunately comes without a user's manual. Doctors are still trying to figure out the user's manual. But the Buddha figured out the user's manual, and by figuring it out, he also found a different thing. He found a way to switch it off. Switch it off in a manner that this technology cannot be rebooted again. And that, in essence, is the Dhamma. So we are not just a generation of believers. We are seekers. That realization, each one has to realize on their own. If Sila Vimala Thero realizes it, doesn't mean we realize it as well. We have to realize on our own. That is what, when we say Pachattam Veditabbo Vinyuhiti, that is the meaning. This realization comes through inculcating the Dhamma within you. There are 84,000 parts in this Dhamma. In Sinhala we say 84,000 Dharmaskandha. 42,000 comprising of the Abhidhamma and another 42,000 comprising of the Vinaya and the Sutra Pitaka. The beauty of this is that you can enter it from anywhere. One may learn about it through, say, Buddha's life and his exploits and enter the Dhamma. Somebody may study a sutra and enter the Dhamma. Somebody may study Abhidharma and enter the Dhamma. But each one on their own has a way of realizing this Dhamma. There were Sariputta and Moggallana Theros. There was also Sunita and Sopaka. They all realized Nirvana. So this is the speciality of this Dhamma, that we are not just believers. We seek. And our faith comes not through blind faith, but by conviction, by traveling around a certain path. And that is why it is a great thing to be exposed to this Dhamma. So children, make use of the fact that you are very lucky, that you are able to come to the London Buddhist Vihara, learn this great teaching, and inculcate it within yourself. May the Triple Gem bless you.